All right, guys, I want to get controversial to challenge you guys on where you think the market is going. Rather this be you are definitely on the bullish side or you guys are on the bearish side. And the reason I want to do this is because I've been in this market for a decade. Okay, I've been in this market since 2015, 2016. And what I'm seeing right now is an unprecedented amount of polarizing data online. I literally can go on YouTube, I can find bullish data, and then at the same time, I can go on and I can find proof, even what I've shown you guys in our future forecast, the proof of bearish data that the top is already in. So what I'm going to do tomorrow, and what we're going to talk about very heavily, is a few things. I'm going to give you a sneak peek. I'm actually creating this post right now. It probably won't look the exact same here, but let's talk about this. What I'm going to talk about is the bullish signals, the M2 money supply increasing. This is obviously what the bulls are literally grasping onto, and I agree with them. I do think this is a good thing that's happening in the market that we can see. You have to offset it about 70, 80 days, but it's looking good. Like we're going to head into that. Global liquidity actually is breaking out to the upside, and I'll show you guys charts of that tomorrow. The Fed shifting from QT to QE. All right, oversold prices on all cryptocurrencies as well as altcoins in a bullish market is usually very bullish. These are times to be buying. A potential dollar collapse may sound scary, but you have to understand when the dollar collapses, what are inverse correlated assets? Gold, silver, cryptocurrency. All right. The bearish signals that I feel like a lot of the bullish guys are not looking at, and vice versa, the bearish guys are not looking at the bullish. We have to understand the Epstein list is going to be released. And I'm telling you guys, I'm seeing a theme online that there are more people saying when this list is released, and some people, I don't know the date. I'm just telling you guys what I'm hearing. I'm hearing within the next 1 to 2 weeks, the Diddy as well as the Epstein list being released. If that happens, people are speculating if there's major CEOs of companies that own some of the top 500 stocks in the stock market, the S&P 500, could we see some boycotting? Could we see some massive sell-offs? Could we see a shift of I'm not just going to buy any stock that I want anymore. I'm going to morally buy companies that don't have anything to do with sex slavery or everything that's gone on with that craziness, okay? Taking advantage of people. A looming recession. People thinking that a recession is coming. And like I said, guys, these are polarizing because some people's like, nope, business cycle's coming. There's no way we're going to get a recession. Yes, we're going to get a recession because Trump has to refinance $7 trillion of debt and he has to crash the stock market to get bonds to increase to lower the 10-year yield to refinance $7 trillion. So do you see how just even in that one statement there, you can have data on both sides? What about the 11-year cycle of the Fibonacci multiplier, Fibonacci golden ratio multiplier? What about that calling the exact top of Bitcoin for the last 11 years and the top is already in and it signaled that it's in? What about the prophetic words online, and I'm using prophetic lightly here, from people online like Brandon Biggs, I don't know if you guys follow him, calling for a potential, before the big move on XRP, a move down to about 50 to 45 cents. What about Prophetic Insight the other day, having a member write in that they're seeing and having dreams about a flash crash before we see the big move back up? If you put weight on that, you put weight on it. But what are we going to do with all of this? What I'm going to do tomorrow, guys, and what I've been praying about this weekend is just devising a risk management strategy so that no matter if you're on the bullish side or the bearish side, okay, let's say that you're a bear, and then we're going to put the bulls over here. It does not matter if you guys think the market is just going to scream up here and everything's going to follow M2 money supply, or if you're over here and you're thinking, all right, Travis, I know we're going to get a bear market because Trump has to refinance $7 trillion and there's no way he's going to do it at the current interest rates. Those are two very, very good arguments. Did you know that if you take a biased look at this, let me pull this down below my face here, you can actually structure a risk management plan no matter where the price is at. If the price actually goes up, like this, and goes into higher highs and higher lows, or if it comes back down to lower highs and lower lows, you can actually devise a risk management plan where you guys gain both ways. And it has to do with setting up risk management in specific buy limits. But buy limits aren't enough. I'm going to show you guys a way to do this where you can actually use what's called weighted buy limits. You've probably not heard of this before, but if you use weighted buy limits and you use a ratio, let me pull out a ratio here, of how much percent you have in the market versus how much you have out of the market, you then are guaranteed on upside potential and not missing it. If you're a bear and the bulls are right, Just let's not be arrogant or prideful here. Let's just say whatever side you're on, the other side could be correct, because I promise you I could convince you that the bears are correct and I could convince you that the bulls are correct. That's how polarizing it is right now. So let's devise literally a risk management strategy tomorrow morning, and I'll give you guys all the data of how to set up buy limits in the market, not just throwing them in, just saying, oh, we're going to have this amount. I've actually ran this through Grok, the reasoning, okay, to show you guys how to set up buy limits correctly so you can capture a drop, but in a certain area. I am not setting up buy limits close to price. I'll just tell you guys that. If the flash crashes are going to come, I'm going to use this lightly, as the prophetic voices are saying, you do not want to be having your buy limits close to price right now. You do not. But you don't want too few of them, because you're going to have them spread out too far. But then you don't want to have too many. And then you also don't want to have even portions at each amount, because then you're not weighted to capture the most money at the downside. Okay. I'm going to show you guys, and I'm also going to give you the new buy limits that I'm going to be using. On top of that, I'm going to be showing you guys how to take cash that you have on the sidelines, maybe in your bank account, and place them into the market on certain cryptocurrencies that you really believe in, that you can capture at very low prices. Because if the dollar collapses here, which a lot of people are thinking potentially could happen, and the dollar goes down 35 to 50%, I have a strategy, my wife and I have been talking about this last night, of how do you take our funds that are in savings and actually put it into the market, so if the market does crash and the dollar ends up crashing as well, you actually make 3, 4, 5x on your savings account when the dollar crashes. And I do think that could be happening pretty soon here. This is all about how to find risk management. And if I can say this at the end too, it is literally taking all of this and wrapping it up so you have this overarching thing, and that is just simply called peace. I truly believe that tomorrow morning I'll be able to take you guys through this journey of risk management, so you can wake up in the morning, or you can go to bed at night and say, I don't care if the market crashes 10% tomorrow. I don't care if it goes up 30% tomorrow. I don't care if the dollar crashes. I don't care if silver and gold go through the moon. I am at peace because I am so well diversified and so well risk managed in my life that I don't care about the manipulation out there. If we get a black swan event or if we go to the moon, I am positioned to take advantage of anything that happens. Very few traders come to this feeling inside where they can say, I am at peace. I don't care if we pump. I don't care if we drop. I am going to win either way. And nobody is talking about this online, because online, the clicks, real quick, the clicks get Bitcoin's going to go up to $100,000 in 6 months, or Bitcoin's going to drop to $60,000 in 5 days. It's polarizing. It's very rare that you see a video and teaching on how to get people structured on both sides if both sides happen. It's not sexy. But that's what I feel like traders really need to be doing right now, is having peace inside. So when they wake up, they are positioned if we pump, or they're positioned if we drop, and they make massive gains both directions. That's what I'm going to share with you guys tomorrow. So at the end of this video, there is going to be a little bit of a pop-up here. All you guys have to do is subscribe to tradeconfident.io. It's $65 a month. I do 8 forecasts a month. We are going to give you guys 25% off for the first month. So come ahead and pay for that and watch the future forecast tomorrow morning. It will be April 1st. And I'll be coming out and showing you guys everything that I've been talking about today. You guys can access our trade setups if you would like. Very, very quickly going over this, we are 284 wins, 0 losses, and 14 active trades. Like I'm saying in this video, we prioritize risk management so well that the open ledger to the public, that everyone can see every single trade we've called out on the date, the ticker, the screenshot of when we took this trade, the profit, and we even show you guys the 3 buy limits that we use. And we've only actually utilized 2 of these, and you can see the exact percentage of how many buy limits have been hit on our strategy since trading February 22nd of 2023. We've never lost a trade because we understand risk management. And that's what I want to teach you guys tomorrow. If you guys want the indicators that we have used to go 284 wins as a member, we're going to give you guys $150 off our Pro Pack that's already discounted. And then we'll give you guys $400 off on top of that. And you guys can read the testimonials yourself of what people have been making in other bull markets and even actually some bear markets as well. It is pretty significant what you can do when you stop trying to leverage the market, make a ton of money, and you just prioritize risk management first. The money comes and peace is followed inside. And I truly think that's where we need to be positioning ourselves and what I need to be teaching you guys about right now in this market. I'm doing it with $1.4 million tomorrow morning with my own personal account. And I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to position this. Enjoy the indicators, enjoy the future forecast, guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning in the future forecast, grab that subscription. It is the first link in the description. Love you guys. Bye-bye.